Business as usual seems 3, 4. Doesn't seem 2. It's certainly noteworthy. But my sources don't indicate that kind of deceleration. They just don't.
We're going to find out. Obviously, McDonald's has been a star the last couple of years.
Oh, my. Ever since Easterbrook came in. And a lot of what Easterbrook's done, by the way, is not, he got credit for early for this breakfast round pop. But he's done so much. It really does kind of stagger me that people don't give him credit for a lot of the digitization. But mostly what happens is that the franchisees love him. So they put more people on, Sure. They get more excited, the coffee, the inexpensive piping hot coffee. I think he's done a lot, and he's not getting credit for things he's done in the last 6 months.
With all of that, we'll get Kramer's Mad Dash. We'll count down to the opening bell on this Monday. Take another look at the pre-market. Looks pretty solid. Dow expected up 188 at the open. Back in a moment.
Interactive Brokers pays 1.18% on U.S. dollars in your brokerage account. Do you know what your broker pays? Most banks or brokers pay nothing or less than 0.25%. Move your account to Interactive Brokers and start earning interest.
Join us and industry leaders at Asia's premier iron ore and steel event. Visit ironoreweek.sg for more information.
We bring you the latest updates on the U.S. economy and the markets right here from Wall Street. Power Lunch, Tuesdays to Saturdays at 1 a.m., only on CNBC. Capitalize on it.
Squawk Box on the road, heading to Capitol Hill on tax day. Paul Ryan tops our lineup of newsmakers answering our questions about the biggest issues facing your money. 3 full hours from Washington, D.C. tomorrow on CNBC.
The problem is that everybody is wrong in Syria. The Turks go in and slaughter the Kurdish people because they say they're terrorists. The Iranians with the Hezbollah go and interfere and fight the locals, or fight ISIS, which is right in a way, And then the United States wants to fight ISIS too. I think it's important to tell people like you can't go and support a dictator that is gassing his people and get away with it. So all in all, I am for this strike.
Okay, there it is. Time for a Mad Dash on this Monday. We're going to talk a little Ulta, one of your favorites, certainly.
Yes, and I think that what's happened, let's just call this a re-rating bottom. Everyone kind of said, well, wait a second. The growth may be slowing down. But you know what? The growth is still much better than almost everyone else. And one of the things I like about it, Guggenheim did a survey today. This is the second survey. We had one last week saying business is really pretty good. They surveyed 500 Ultimate Rewards members. David, this is a great growth retailer. Why? Because it's very much linked to selfies, very much linked to Instagram. Hey, whatever happened to Zuckerberg? What was that Russian thing? I told you that would be Cambridge Facebook ruined.
You're saying it's already fading quickly from people's
memories? It does
memories?
seem to be. You need another incident. But what's the matter, Dave? What I like is, in the end, you got to look different when you go out. And Ulta's been the big winner there. Ulta and Sephora for JCPenney. Don't forget, Estee Lauder's been remarkable. Estee Lauder's moved very aggressive into Ulta. So I'm glad to see Ulta's coming back. I think that, frankly, things got too negative. But that's how you get a bottom. And therefore, I think people expect less and Ulta can go higher. It is a big retailer. I don't want people to think I am focused on some niche company. This is no niche.
No,
it's big.
It's right. Well, you've been focused for a long time, and generally speaking, it's been a good place to focus.
Right. Well, I mean, a lot
over the last few years that you've been discussing.
People will pay up for premium makeup and for hair and for beauty. And that's something that these guys have been really blessed with, is the change in the way we look at ourselves when we go out the door.
All right, we got an opening bell coming up. We're also going to spend a little time on Kraft Heinz, both Jim and I going through a note this morning from Credit Suisse that is interesting. We'll share that with you.
Very compelling.
5 minutes till we get started here for the week. Stay with us.
The key to understanding the issues of tomorrow lies in generations past, present, and virtual. Technology continues to disrupt traditional markets and build new frontiers. Will artificial intelligence create more challenges or possibilities? By 2050, there will be 2 billion senior citizens age 60 and above. What are the challenges and opportunities for businesses and governments? With 51% of the world's population under the age of 30, millennials are primed to reshape the economy. How will they think, play, and act? Credit Suisse is here to help you master this constantly evolving landscape and understand the future today. With valuable insights from our esteemed strategists, economists, and innovators. The Credit Suisse Global Megatrends Conference in Singapore.
Live from the New York Stock Exchange.
The most important hour of the trading day.
This is the closing bell.
20 minutes to go.
Minute by minute.
Let's check back in on what markets are doing.
Counting you down to the close.
Kelly Evans, Wilfred Frost.
There is the bell.
Closing bell. Tuesday to Saturday on CNBC.
Early on, 2 California Kings made a big jump in the FedEx Cup standings. Heading east, the Aussies heated up in the Florida sun. Jordan Spieth went on to claim his second win of the year in his home state before a run of breakthrough victors burst onto the scene. Now it's a fresh start.